Hello, I'm Xiaoling and this is Duelyst. Now before we proceed with the video, I have to say that this is a sponsored video done in partnership with Counterplay Games. But with that said, all the opinions expressed in this video are my own. Okay, so what is Duelyst? Duelyst is a competitive, multiplayer, tactical, turn-based strategy game made by veteran developers from such games as Diablo 3, Rogue Legacy, Ratchet & Clank. And the game is a mix of design elements from games like Hearthstone, Final Fantasy Tactics, and Hero Academy, and even to an extent Scrolls. There are two aspects to the game. There is a deck building card collection part, as well as the tactical board playing part, which we'll get into when we get to the actual gameplay itself. So, like any other card game, there are cards to be collected. There are 6 factions in the game at the moment, each that has its own personality and play style. Some are more spell intensive, others are more minion based and that kind of thing, like you would expect in any CCG, I suppose. The cards vary from spells that you can cast or artifacts that you can cast on your general, and a variety of different minions. And of course the cards come in a variety of different rarities, from common, rare, epic and legendary. So none of this is going to be new to anyone who's played a CCG before, or any of you guys are coming from Hearthstone. This aspect of the game is pretty much the same. There are some differences though. For example, the deck size in Duelyst is 40 versus the 30 in Hearthstone, and you can have 3 duplicates of cards of the same card at least in your deck versus the 2 duplicates in a game like Hearthstone. But otherwise on the screen you can see there are a large variety of cards at the moment, with more cards incoming with future updates. The one thing I would have liked to have seen, I think, in this screen is the ability to have filters, which seem to be missing at the moment. To be able to sort cards by rarity, to be able to sort cards by type. I mean, yes, the cards are organized in a ascending order, but I think it would have been nice to have those kinds of filters. But I'm sure that that's going to get added at a later stage at any rate. There is crafting in the game as well. This works the same way as Hearthstone, where you can disenchant cards to get spirit to build new cards. Obviously you lose out on spirit when you disenchant cards. It's not a 1-to-1 ratio. But I will say though that the crafting in this is cheaper than it is in Hearthstone, so it won't take you nearly as much spirit to build up a decent deck. But that's pretty much it. Getting cards obviously is going to be the core part of this experience, and the way you get cards, it uses the same business model as Hearthstone. So the game's going to be free to play, but you can purchase cards with either in-game gold, and their card packs are called Spirit Orbs in this case. So you can spend 100 gold and you can buy yourself a Spirit Orb, and as you can see here, it contains 5 cards, and at least one of those cards will be rare or better. If you don't want to earn in-game gold, you can purchase Spirit Orb packs for real-world currency. So you can see there are a variety of different bundles you can purchase, obviously with the more expensive ones being better value for money in the long term. But what I will say though is that acquiring gold in Duelyst is definitely faster than something like Hearthstone. Like for example, you've got your daily quests. So each day you're going to have 2 quests that you can do. You can see the reward is 25 gold and 30 gold respectively for the 2 quests that I have on the screen at the moment. I will also get 25 gold for getting the first win of the day and things like that. So the gold rewards are much higher. If you don't like any of the quests, of course you can replace them, and you can see in 11 hours and 58 minutes there will be new quests for me to do if I've already done those. The other way to get gold in the game is to basically level up the various factions that are in the game. You can see here it shows me what level my various factions in the game are, as well as what reward I will get for the next level of that faction. Once you get each faction to level 10, you would have unlocked all the basic cards. So I do recommend that when you guys do play that you do that, because aside from getting the gold for leveling up the faction, you're also going to unlock all the basic cards for that faction. In fact, I would go as far as to say you should probably level each faction to level 11, because at level 11 you get given a Spirit Orb. So that's another way that you can get Spirit Orbs in the game. Another thing is also in under play modes here, of course there's practice mode, which is pretty much self-explanatory. You do have starter decks and that kind of thing. You can play your season ladder, which is obviously the PvP to get gold. But there are solo challenges. Now, I recommend that you guys go through these solo challenges and you do them because there are gold rewards. So you can see in each category there are 5 challenges. And what these challenges serve as are basically tutorial puzzles. They teach you about certain mechanics in the game within each faction. They give you gold for completing them, and they actually make you think a little bit and learn some of the mechanics. So I do recommend that you guys go through all of these challenges to earn yourself a fair amount of gold by doing them, so that you can get yourself some more spirit orbs. Obviously you want to be moving away from the starter decks and start creating your own decks in this particular game. Then of course we have the codec, which is basically lore and story. You know, each of these is a bit of backstory, so you can either read through it or you can have it play. Everything has been voiced, which is pretty cool. And there's also the world map, which has a ton of different locations, and I think this is quite cool. It adds a little bit of lore to the background of the game, and no doubt as the game progresses in its development they'll be adding more units and perhaps more factions and things like that. And overall I thought it was pretty cool. Outside of that, there is your profile settings. Of course, you can see your progress in the game. Each month there is a new ranked ladder season. It'll give you your progress, how many times you've won and things like that. Again, here it shows you your faction levels. It shows you your rank history, and something that was really cool is match history. And you can click on the replay and you can actually watch those matches, which is pretty cool indeed. There's also a feature to actually watch some of the top matches in each of the leagues as well. And I really like that they've implemented this feature. You can see the bronze, silver, gold and diamond leagues. This is a good way to learn some strategy and see how some of the better players play the game. And you know, that's pretty much everything to say. So I think without further ado, let's get right into the game itself. I'll take Magmar. We'll play ourselves a ranked match. Okay, so here we are with the beginning of the match, and like other CCGs, your cards all show up in the beginning, and you can discard 2 of them and have them be replaced. So obviously the cards that are too expensive and that kind of thing. Let's see, I think these 2 are pretty good. Maybe I don't need my ranger for now. I think these are decent, so I can confirm. And then of course, oh wow, 3. All 3 of my healing mystics spawned in my first hand. Wonderful. So he's going first. So he has 2 mana, I have 3 mana because I go second. So he's just chosen to move forward. The movement limitations, you can move 2 spaces or 1 space diagonally. Let's see, so I'll move forward. Now these mana springs basically give you 1 additional mana per turn. So what I could do is I could cast this guy, which will cost me 2. And I could drop him on this, which will put me back up to 2. And I don't need him to heal anyone, that's fine. And I reckon I could probably summon 2 of these guys then, as opposed to only 1. And I'll put a unit near the next mana, and I'll skip there. And each turn it also allows you to replace a unit, drag him onto here, you'll get a new unit drawn from your hand, and this one will get put back into your hand. Alright, I think I'll replace this guy since I already have 2. Okay, so I've gotten a 4. Alright, nice. I think that's it. So basically, each turn you get an additional mana. And so of course you can, like any other of these types of games, you can summon stronger and stronger minions onto the battlefield. And he just used what? If you are curious, you can click on the battle log here, it shows you what he cast. So he cast Tempest. And managed to destroy a whole bunch of my minions. Well, damage them at least, and he took out 1. Now he's going to cast another spell. So he's spent... Oh, that was... Okay, so he spent 3 mana dealing with my stuff. Okay, so now it's my turn again. I could summon this guy for 4. I currently have 4. Alright, let me do that. I'll summon him for 4. And I'm going to move my guy down, move toward the next mana spring. Greater Fortitude gives my minions a +2/+2, so maybe it's a good idea to use it on him when I get a chance. I'm no expert at this game, but what I will say though is that I really enjoy the tactical part of this. So not only, you know, do you have the tactical part of selecting a good deck to suit your playstyle, but unit placement is really important on the board, which adds another layer of depth to this game, which I really enjoy actually. Okay, so now he's put down the Primus Shieldmaster with 3 attack and 6 health. You'll notice that it has an aura around it, which is provoke, which means that I can't move any units that are next to it away. I have to attack him. It's basically like a taunt for all intents and purposes. So let's see, if I hit him, he's got 6 health, which is quite a lot. But if I use Greater Fortitude on my Hailstone Golem, that'll put his damage up to 6 and his health up to 8, and I'll be able to take this guy out with one shot. So I think I'm going to do that. I can see that puts him up, and this is permanent, it's not time limited. So then I can do this and I can take this guy out. And Veteran Slither Rebirth. Now Rebirth is the unique tag to the Magnar faction. So if this guy dies, in his place there'll be an egg, which, if they don't kill it, will end up being another one of these, which is pretty cool indeed. So I'm going to drop this over here, I think. And then I'm going to make my way up to the next orb. And let's see, this guy's celerity means I can attack twice. Okay, you can see he's got an artifact on him. This artifact has got 1 notch left, so if he gets attacked again, he's going to lose it. But up until then, he's going to have 1 extra attack. Alright, I think that's it for my turn. Okay, and I keep getting Greater Fortitude. Guess I should use it. I suppose if I... Okay, he's casting something, I guess. Okay, he's casting True Strike, dealing 2 damage to my minion. And he's going to hit me, but he's going to take 6 to the face. And then he's put down his own golem. Okay. Fine by me. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to move... Alright, I'm going to move my Slither up here. I'm going to put Fortitude on him. And then I'm going to take out his minion. I'm going to hit him once to the face, I think. And then I'm going to drop my next minion here, which is going to basically block him from being able to get the energy orb. And that's everything I can do this turn. And I think next turn I'm going to put Greater Fortitude on this guy. And that's it. Alright, in turn. Yeah, so I really enjoy the board play on this. I think it's really cool. It adds another level of strategy, which you don't find in a game like Hearthstone. Ooh. Divine Bond. Wow. Okay. Divine Bond. Give a minion plus attack equal to its health. Yeah, that's just what I needed. That's just what I needed. Okay, so he's got 11. I can hit him for 2, 3, 4. That's 10. Okay, he's dead. Because this guy can attack twice. So I'm going to put Fortitude on him. So this is going to hit him for 4. And I'm going to hit him for another 4. And of course my Slither is going to finish the job. Well played. And that was that. So we won the match. You can see we got a bunch of XP. Oh, we're so close to level 11. But otherwise, that's been a look at Duelyst. If you guys are interested in checking it out, and I do recommend that you do, the game is a lot of fun, especially if you enjoy CCGs, games like Hearthstone, and tactics-based games. I think this game is good. I'm having a lot of fun with it at the moment. And if you are interested in checking out, I've put a link in the description below. You guys can head over there and click on that and sign up to check out the Duelyst. If you guys have any questions or comments, you can let me know in the section below. Otherwise, I've been Shaolin. Until next time. So what is Warframe? Well, it's a free-to-play third-person action game with shooting, melee combat, space combat, crafting, upgrades, leveling and looting. For those of you who are unfamiliar with the Trackmania series, it's basically a time-based arcade racing game. Now, I want to start off by saying this. If you're looking for a driving simulation, you're going to have to look somewhere else.